Hello everyone, my name is Andreas Salentinig and I'm one of the co-founders of UbiCube. And within the next couple of minutes in this video, I want to showcase you a couple of our products we are developing at our Geospatial AI company. So Geospatial, right? So basically we are working and we are developing a B2B SaaS platform to integrate satellite data insights into existing workflows. And we do that basically for, or mainly for real estate and energy companies. So we collect all kinds of different geodata, including satellite imagery and aerial imagery with all kinds of different spatial resolutions and temporal revisit times. And we feed this data into our Geo AI systems that are basically trained for monitoring the built environment, so man-made structures. And also we can, using high resolution imagery, we can extract individual features like building footprints or swimming pools, you name it. And also, of course, the whole system becomes really powerful when we fuse our extracted information with existing geodata. But this always depends on, of course, the needs of our clients. We always aim for delivering actionable insights and a very easy and convenient access to our clients. So typically, they use our data over an API, for instance. But let me give you a couple of examples and also show you the examples of the products we have to offer. So the first one, it's called the GeoQM. It stands for Geo Data Quality Monitoring. This is a product designed to help energy utility companies to keep their geodata up to date in the area they are providing the energy to. So basically, using satellite imagery, recent and high resolution satellite imagery, we are detecting missing building geometries. We also, of course, understand if there are buildings in the database of the client that are not there actually anymore in reality, so outdated building geometries. We can also, in case the height information is not there in their system, we can also add that to the database. And also another approach or another use case is, to detect missing streets in the data of our clients. And also, we are keeping an eye on the regulatory conformity of the data in terms of geodata standards. But let me show you an example of results. So as I told you before, typically we provide our data to the clients over an API or via FTP server. But sometimes they want us to have like an interface, like in this case, where we showcase to the client in a specific municipality. This is basically, on the outskirts of Vienna. We show the client where their geodata is not up to date. So those purple or this pink polygons basically show buildings that are not in the database of the client. And as you can see, well, the reason for that is they typically send out people doing the surveying, of the buildings. And the ones that are missing are a lot of times the ones that they cannot see from the street. And of course, they cannot just go into the backyards and do their measurements there. So with our technology, they can now get like the full picture, the full data set, all the buildings in the areas they are energy providing to. And also with this monitoring approach, we can keep their database updated. So this is really a huge value for their processes, basically, to keep the geodata updated. Okay. Now another product we can offer at UbiCube. It's about soil unsealing potential. So basically mapping sealed surfaces on individual properties. And this is really interesting also in the light of ESG regulations, like regulatory pressure from the European Union. So basically companies need to think about how they could unseal their portfolio, for instance. Not only companies, but also, of course, municipalities. So we developed this system where we use high resolution aerial and satellite imagery, and on the property level, again, we can detect and estimate what's the amount of soil sealing that actually is apparent at the moment. Or also in the past, because with archived satellite imagery, we can also look back in time. So this is meant to be helping the companies to look for unsealing potentials in their portfolio in the real estate domain, but also for municipalities to screen whole areas or whole cities, each property individually, but then in the end you can get a better idea of where you could actually, as a municipality, implement some measures to reduce soil sealing. So again, it's meant to be for municipalities to be a decision support tool to look for unsealing potentials. Also here we have already delivered to a couple of clients the product, and to showcase, we have this little console interface, a prompt where you can actually type in any address in Austria, and then you get the unsealing potential, which is basically defined at this stage as the sealed surfaces without buildings on it. So what's where is the soil sealing apparent on this individual parcel? So here you just type in the address. So I'm gonna be typing in an address in Mattersburg, because also here we have an office on top of the office we have in Vienna. Okay, so basically that's the address, and if you hit enter, the process in the back is getting the data from the cloud, loading the data for this specific area, and then doing these calculations. Now that we're doing this, just for one property, it takes, in comparison, much longer in comparison to batch processing that we can actually do. So typically, you can process whole countries in a couple of hours, depending on the performance, of course, of the computers you use or the cloud environment. So here we pretty much see a big potential in using more advanced cloud processing capabilities to really also speed up the processing and to make it more reliable. But in this case, again, well, for our clients, of course, we use cloud infrastructure to produce the data. Here, in this case, it's just running on the local machine. Okay, so here we see a result for this specific address, where you can clearly see, okay, there are loads of areas that are actually parking lots, and that might be, a good idea to think about how you could actually reduce this soil sealing, for a lot of different good reasons, but mainly because of this regulatory pressure. Okay, now another project or product I want to show you is something that we just started recently, but it's been really successful, so that's why we also added to this little video here. We are helping companies in their direct marketing campaigns, and here we are talking about solar panel installation companies, and here we are working together with the biggest one in Austria to help them identify properties that have solar panels already on top, that they can actually offer them some upgrades to their solar systems, like storage or stuff like that. So in this case, again, we use, of course, all kinds of satellite imagery, and we also have access to the land registry, at least in Austria for now. This is also possible in other areas, to identify the owners of the individual properties. And again, with this information, our client, they can do really highly targeted campaigns, marketing campaigns, sending offline information to their clients, to their post. And here in this case, I've prepared just an overview for you about this recent campaign we just assisted with our client. They were interested in looking for parcels or properties in Austria that had, already in 2020 they had a solar panel on top. So we're using archived aerial imagery to look back in time and to understand who already had a solar panel on top of their roofs back in 2020 or 2019 or before. So basically what you can see here, those red polygons are the parcels that actually had already in 2020 a solar panel on top. And here, of course, we get the addresses of all the parcels, and then it becomes like really magic because we, as I said before, we have access to the land registry in Austria, and then we can tell you who's the owner of all these individual parcels, and then you can directly contact them. And yeah, the result of that would be like a list of leads, of sales leads that you can actually use for a direct marketing campaign. So typically here there would be 2 more columns showing the names of the owners, but of course due to data reasons or for the we cannot of course show the names of those people in the video. But again, this is really helpful and it's been a great success, this whole campaign. Okay, now so that's basically it from our side. So we are also of course working on other solutions that are tailored to the needs of our clients, and those 3 products I just showed you is basically meant to give you an idea of what we're working on, give you a little taste of what's the potential of what we do at UbiCube. So why UbiCube? Of course, well, we are really talking to our clients, trying to understand what they need, and then we tailor the solutions to them. And this also means that doesn't mean that, okay, this is a project business, but we understand the needs, and then we build products that we can actually offer to various customers. We have long expertise and a really great skill sets in urban mapping and geo AI. We're really dynamic and flexible, so we can actually also tailor solutions to the needs of our clients in a very short time. And also we are coming from a more academic side, basically from our background. So we always make sure that our methods are scientifically sound and also, of course, scalable. And for the scalability aspect, of course, we need a good cloud processing infrastructure. Okay, so that's it. Here are some contact information of myself and also of my dear co-founder Wolfgang Brunoa. Thanks a lot.